The security footage tells the story in black and white. A young black woman in a delivery uniform, handcuffs gleaming under fluorescent lights, FBI agents escorting her through MegaCorp's marble lobby as reporters surge forward like hungry wolves. You're probably wondering how a Harvard dropout delivering packages ended up exposing the biggest financial conspiracy in American history. How a daughter seeking justice for her murdered father brought down senators, billionaires, and the rigged system they built. Let me tell you a story that starts 72 hours earlier. Tuesday morning, Boston Financial District. The autumn air bites sharp against Zara Baptiste's cheeks as she adjusts her delivery cap outside MegaCorp Tower. 26 floors of glass and steel scraping Boston's gray October sky. The building hums with the quiet arrogance of old money meeting new technology. Her fingers close around the worn USB drive in her jacket pocket, her father's final gift. Jean-Baptiste's voice echoes in her memory, thick with his Haitian accent. When the system is rigged, ma chérie, sometimes you must break it to fix it. The lobby smells like expensive coffee and broken dreams. Marble floors gleam under crystal chandeliers that cost more than most people's cars. Zara's work boots squeak against the pristine surface as she approaches the reception desk. Brittany, blonde, 40-something, manicured nails that could cut glass, doesn't look up from her phone. Service entrance is around back, hon. You people always forget. You people. The phrase hangs in the air like smoke from a house fire. Zara sets the packages down with deliberate care. Through the glass conference room, she can see 20 engineers in expensive suits gesturing frantically at wall-mounted screens. Their voices carry through the thin walls, panic dressed up as professionalism. 3 weeks of system failures? Millions in lost revenue. If we can't fix this by Friday, heads are gonna roll. The error patterns on their screens make Zara's blood run cold. She's seen this before. In her father's research, in the encrypted files that got him killed 18 months ago. I can fix your servers, she says quietly. Brittany's laugh sounds like breaking crystal. What, you got a computer science degree hidden under that uniform? Zara's MIT class ring catches the light as she pulls it from beneath her shirt. Her Harvard alumni watch gleams gold against her dark skin. Harvard, actually, computer science and economics, graduated summa cum laude. The lobby goes dead quiet. Then why are you, Brittany starts, delivering packages? Zara's smile doesn't reach her eyes. Because sometimes life puts you exactly where you need to be. The conference room door opens. David Martinez steps out. CTO, 6-figure salary, face like carved stone. His expression shifts from annoyance to something that looks like fear when he sees Zara. Because David knows exactly who she is. He knows about the night shift janitor named Jean-Baptiste who asked too many questions. He knows about the accident on the Mass Pike that left no witnesses. He knows about the encrypted USB drive that was never found. What David doesn't know is that Jean-Baptiste's daughter just walked into his building. And she's carrying 18 months of grief, a Harvard education, and her father's final discovery. Proof that MegaCorp's server failures aren't random glitches. They're theft, systematic, algorithmic theft targeting the poorest communities in America. Ma'am, David's voice cracks slightly, I think there's been a misunderstanding. No misunderstanding. Zara pulls out the USB drive. Its surface is scratched from years of handling, but the data inside could topple governments. I know exactly what's wrong with your systems. The question is, do you want me to fix them or expose them? Zara Baptiste's corner office overlooked Manhattan like a throne room. At 24, she was Goldman's youngest senior analyst, pulling down $400,000 a year and dating Senator Richardson's son. Her Harvard MBA hung beside awards for outstanding performance in algorithmic trading. Life was perfect, until her father discovered something that changed everything. Jean-Baptiste worked night security at Goldman. His janitor's badge opened every door, including the server room that wasn't supposed to exist. The USB drive he gave Zara contained his final discovery, an algorithm that manipulated market crashes for profit. "They're not just stealing money, ma chérie," his voice crackled through the encrypted recording. "They're targeting our communities. Algorithmic genocide." 3 days before Jean-Baptiste planned to whistleblow, his Toyota Camry wrapped around a tree on the Mass Pike. No skid marks, no witnesses, just another tired night shift worker who fell asleep at the wheel. Zara knew better. The USB drive's encryption required access to high-level financial servers, exactly what she had at Goldman. But when she started asking questions about her father's death, she found herself restructured faster than a bad trade. Her Harvard MBA became worthless overnight. Her senator's son fiancé disappeared like morning mist. Her $400,000 salary became unemployment benefits. The delivery job paid bills while she hunted for answers. Every morning, Zara drove through Boston's financial district, past monuments to revolution, the Tea Party site, Freedom Trail markers, reminders that this city was built on rebellion against injustice. Her route included MegaCorp for 6 months. She'd memorized their systems, their personnel, their weaknesses, especially David Martinez, the man whose encrypted messages were hidden in her father's files. Each night, she listened to Jean-Baptiste's final recording. The algorithm targets specific zip codes, specific families. They're engineering poverty, ma chérie. When you find the right servers, you'll understand everything. The USB drive grew warm near certain buildings. Proximity sensors, her father had explained. When it detected compatible servers, the encryption would unlock. For 18 months, it stayed cold. Until today. MegaCorp's server failures weren't random. They coincided perfectly with market dips that benefited offshore investment funds. The same algorithmic signature that killed Jean-Baptiste was running live, stealing millions from pension funds and retirement accounts. Zara's Harvard training recognized the patterns instantly. Her father's USB drive contained the proof. Standing in MegaCorp's lobby, watching David's face drain of color, she realized she'd found the source. The servers humming 20 floors above contained the algorithm that murdered her father. Justice delayed was justice denied. But today, Jean-Baptiste's daughter had come to collect.
Security, he starts to dial. The conference room behind him falls silent. 20 engineers sensing the shift in atmospheric pressure that comes before a storm. Security, he starts to dial. "I wouldn't do that." Zara's voice cuts through the marble lobby like a blade. "Not unless you want the FBI to know about Meridian Holdings." David's phone clatters to the floor. "You know who I am." Zara steps closer. "Jean-Baptiste's daughter, the one who asked too many questions at Goldman." "Your father was—" David's voice cracks. "A janitor?" Zara's laugh echoes off the crystal chandeliers. "My father was a hero. He discovered your algorithm targets Black and Latino zip codes specifically. Algorithmic redlining, digital genocide." The lobby erupts in whispers. Security guards freeze mid-step. Through the glass walls, cell phones emerge like fireflies as employees start recording. "You're insane," David snarls, sweat beading on his forehead. "Some delivery driver thinks she can—" "Some delivery driver?" Zara pulls out her Harvard diploma, unfolding it like a battle flag. "I graduated summa cum laude. I made $400,000 a year until your people destroyed my life." She holds up the USB drive. "This contains every encrypted message you sent, every offshore transaction, every algorithm designed to steal from the poorest communities in America." Junior engineer Jessica Chen gasps from the conference room doorway. "Meridian Holdings? That's the fund that shorted Tesla stock right before our automotive sector algorithm glitched last month." Other engineers crowd behind her, phones recording, eyes wide, the conspiracy unraveling in real time. Your server failures aren't random, Zara continues, her voice rising. They correspond perfectly with market dips that benefit your shadow investments. You're stealing from pension funds, retirement accounts, college savings. David lunges for the USB drive. Zara sidesteps, and his desperation reveals everything. The movement catches every phone camera in the lobby. "You killed my father for this?" she says quietly. "Jean-Baptiste died because he discovered you weren't just stealing money. You were targeting our community specifically." Zara connects the USB to her phone. Her father's voice fills the lobby through Bluetooth speakers. "David Martinez authorized the community targeting parameters. They're engineering systemic poverty, ma chérie." The sound of Jean-Baptiste's voice, thick Haitian accent, gentle wisdom, silences the room completely. David's mask finally slips. "Your father was a nobody, a janitor who got in the way." The admission hangs in the air like a gunshot. Security cameras recording, FBI surveillance equipment capturing everything, 20 phones live streaming to social media. "My father," Zara's voice carries the weight of 18 months of grief, "was worth more than every dollar you've stolen." The USB drive pulses warm in her hand. The proximity sensors have found their target. 20 floors above, MegaCorp servers hum with stolen algorithms. But the real explosion is just beginning.
The glass doors explode inward as FBI agents storm MegaCorp's lobby. Tactical gear, assault rifles, the kind of firepower reserved for terrorist threats and financial conspiracies that topple governments. Agent Sarah Williams leads the charge, her badge gleaming under the crystal chandeliers. "David Martinez, you're under arrest for securities fraud, market manipulation, and conspiracy to commit murder." David's face goes white as chalk. "Murder? That's impossible." Jean-Baptiste recorded everything. Williams holds up evidence bags filled with hard drives, including the phone call where you authorized his elimination. The lobby erupts into chaos. Employees scatter like startled birds. Camera phones capture every moment as handcuffs click around David's wrists. Zara's USB drive grows warmer in her palm. The proximity sensors are going crazy. MegaCorp servers contain more than she imagined. "Ms. Baptiste," Agent Williams approaches carefully, "we've been monitoring this building for months. Your father's investigation gave us the probable cause we needed." "My father died for this," Zara whispers, clutching the USB drive. 18 months of waiting, planning. His sacrifice wasn't in vain. Williams gestures to the tactical teams flooding the building. "We're seizing every server, every hard drive, every piece of evidence." Jessica Chen, the junior engineer, steps forward trembling. "Agent Williams, there's something else. This algorithm, it's not just stealing money. It's been used to manipulate election results in swing districts." The words hit like lightning. Election manipulation. Democracy itself under attack. Suddenly, the elevator doors slide open. A figure emerges flanked by Secret Service agents. Tall, patrician, silver-haired. Senator James Richardson, one of the most powerful men in Washington. But it's the younger man beside him that makes Zara's blood freeze. Marcus Richardson, her former fiancé. The senator's son who disappeared from her life the day after her father died. "Agent Richardson." Senator Richardson's voice carries the authority of 30 years in the Senate. "I trust you have this domestic terrorism situation under control?" "Domestic terrorism?" Zara's voice cuts through the lobby like broken glass. "Your son's investment fund has been stealing from pension plans for years." Marcus steps forward, and for a moment, Zara sees something unexpected in his eyes. Not the cold dismissal she remembered, but something that looks almost like regret. "Hello, Zara." "Don't." Her voice shakes with 18 months of suppressed rage. "Don't you dare act like you care. You knew they killed my father. You knew about the algorithm. You broke up with me to protect yourself." The USB drive pulses in her hand, its sensors detecting something massive in the building's digital infrastructure. But there's something else. Marcus is wearing a wire. The small device is barely visible under his expensive suit jacket. "Zara," Marcus says carefully, his eyes never leaving hers, "there's something you need to know about that night, about why I really disappeared." Senator Richardson's face hardens. "Marcus, we discussed." "I've been undercover for the FBI for 3 years," Marcus interrupts, his voice carrying through the lobby. "Everything, our relationship, the breakup, my disappearance, it was all part of building a case against my own father." The admission detonates like a bomb in the marble lobby. Agent Williams nods grimly. "Marcus has been our primary asset inside the Richardson financial network. His intelligence led us here today." Zara stares at the man she thought had abandoned her. The USB drive grows hot enough to burn, but she barely notices. "You've been undercover this whole time?" "I couldn't tell you," Marcus's voice breaks. "If they suspected you knew, you'd have ended up like your father. I had to make them believe I chose my family's money over justice, over you." Senator Richardson's political mask slips completely. "You ungrateful?" "Dad," Marcus turns to face his father, "you're under arrest too." The Secret Service agents look confused as FBI agents surround their protectee. Jurisdictional chaos in real time. But Zara's attention fixes on her phone as notification after notification floods the screen. The USB drive's proximity to MegaCorp servers has triggered automatic uploads to WikiLeaks, the SEC, and every major news organization simultaneously. The algorithm isn't just financial theft, it's democracy theft, and now the whole world is about to know. CNN breaks the story first. Red banners flash across every screen in MegaCorp's lobby. "Algorithm conspiracy. Senator's son exposes $50 billion democracy theft." Within minutes, international markets halt trading. The Dow Jones crashes 2,000 points before emergency protocols kick in. Swiss banks freeze accounts. Cryptocurrency exchanges shut down as automated selling algorithms trigger massive liquidations. Zara's phone buzzes with notifications. Her Harvard graduation photo appears on every major network. Hashtag Zara Baptiste trends globally with 50 million mentions in the first hour. "Miss Baptiste," Agent Williams approaches as chaos swirls around them. "Your father's USB contains more than financial evidence. It's the beta test for election manipulation. The same code that steals pension funds can flip voting machines." The revelation hits like ice water. Democracy itself under algorithmic attack. Through the lobby windows, Zara watches Boston Harbor shimmer in afternoon sunlight, the same waters where revolutionaries dumped tea, where her Haitian grandparents first touched American soil seeking justice. Marcus appears beside her, Secret Service agents keeping careful distance. "Zara, there's something else you need to see." He leads her to the conference room where Jessica Chen has connected the USB to MegaCorp's quantum computer. Lines of code cascade across wall-mounted screens, her father's final discovery decrypting in real time. "My God," Jessica whispers, "this algorithm has been running for 5 years. It's identified 847 co-conspirators across Wall Street, Washington, and Silicon Valley. Names flood the screens: senators, CEOs, Supreme Court justices, the architecture of American power laid bare. But Senator Richardson isn't finished. Even handcuffed, he wields influence like a weapon. "This is clearly foreign interference," he declares to news cameras. "My son has been compromised. This so-called whistleblower is obviously a Haitian agent." Zara's response comes not through words, but through action. She connects her father's USB to the building's internal communication system. Jean-Baptiste's voice fills every speaker in MegaCorp Tower. They think poverty is natural, ma chérie, but poverty is engineered. Every algorithm, every market crash, every family destroyed, it's all intentional. They steal from the poor to feed the rich, and they sleep peacefully because they think we're too powerless to fight back. Her father's Haitian accent carries through 26 floors of corporate power. Employees stop working, executives emerge from offices, even FBI agents pause to listen. But you, ma chérie, you carry the power of ancestors who survived slavery, colonization, and every attempt to break our spirit. When they tell you that you're just a delivery driver, just a janitor's daughter, remember, revolution starts with the courage to speak truth to power. The building falls silent, except for the hum of servers and the distant wail of sirens. Marcus squeezes Zara's hand. Your father would be proud. Through the windows, she sees anonymous protesters gathering in Boston Common, street artists painting murals of Jean-Baptiste holding the USB drive, Harvard students marching with signs reading "Algorithmic Justice Now." The USB drive pulses one final time, its encryption completely unlocked. Every financial crime, every stolen election, every algorithmic assault on democracy downloads simultaneously to news organizations worldwide. But power doesn't surrender quietly. Outside, black SUVs circle the building. Private military contractors, the same ones who killed Jean-Baptiste, have received new orders. This time, the target is Zara.
The building's fire alarms shriek as tactical teams breach every floor simultaneously. Agent Williams grabs Zara's arm. We've got incoming hostiles. These aren't random mercenaries. They're off-duty Secret Service loyal to Richardson. Through the conference room windows, Zara watches black SUVs disgorge armed figures in tactical gear. The same people sworn to protect democracy are trying to destroy it. The roof, Marcus shouts over the alarms, emergency helicopter extraction. But Zara has a different plan. She plugs her father's USB into MegaCorp's main server terminal. If they want the algorithm, let's give it to them, reversed. Using her Goldman Sachs credentials, still active in the Federal Reserve's emergency systems, Zara accesses protocols designed for financial warfare. Her father's algorithm, engineered to steal from poor communities, gets reprogrammed with furious keystrokes. What are you doing? Jessica Chen watches code cascade across the screens. Evening the odds, Zara's fingers fly across the keyboard. Every offshore account belonging to the 847 conspirators is about to become a charitable donation. The algorithm launches like a digital missile. Live on every hacked screen worldwide, billionaires watch their accounts drain in real time. Jeff Bezos loses $30 billion in 30 seconds. Cryptocurrency wallets vanish. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway stock becomes worthless. But the money doesn't disappear. It flows to black colleges, immigrant communities, Native American reservations. Robinhood goes digital. Social media explodes. Hashtag Eat the Rich algorithm trends globally. Dancing nurses from 2020 return with new choreography celebrating wealth redistribution. Gunfire erupts in the lobby below. Agent Williams radios desperately, "Mayday! Federal agents under fire from Secret Service units." Marcus pulls Zara toward the emergency stairwell. "We have to go, now." But she's not finished. The USB drive burns her palm as she activates its final protocol, a virus targeting corruption itself. Every crooked politician, every bribing corporation, every stolen election gets traced and exposed simultaneously. Senator Richardson's voice carries through the building's comm system. "Kill the girl. The algorithm dies with her." They race down emergency stairs as tactical teams storm upward. 18 flights. Zara's delivery uniform soaked with sweat. Marcus limping from an old injury. "Why didn't you tell me?" she gasps between floors. 3 years of thinking you abandoned me." "Because I love you," Marcus replies, "and love meant keeping you alive." They burst into the parking garage as explosions rock the building above. FBI helicopters circle like mechanical vultures. News crews broadcast from every angle. But the real revolution is happening online. Teenage hackers worldwide have grabbed Zara's algorithm, adapting it faster than any government can respond. The global financial system faces guerrilla warfare from an army of Gen Z programmers. Zara, Agent Williams emerges from a black SUV, blood streaming from a head wound. We've got vehicles surrounding the building. Richardson's people are willing to level the block to stop this. Through the garage entrance, Zara sees muzzle flashes in the lobby, federal agents fighting Secret Service, democracy at war with itself. The USB drive pulses one final time. Its proximity sensors have found something massive. Not just MegaCorp servers, but a direct connection to the Federal Reserve's quantum computers. Marcus, Zara's voice is steady despite the chaos. If I upload this to the Fed's main system, every corrupt financial transaction in American history gets reversed. But it's a one-way trip. The system will trace it back to me. Then we do it together, he says, taking her hand. Standing in a Boston parking garage, surrounded by federal agents and private armies, Zara Baptiste makes her choice. She presses enter. The algorithm spreads like wildfire through America's financial nervous system.
Every screen on Earth displays the same message. Algorithmic justice protocol activated. Stolen wealth being redistributed. Estimated completion 72 hours. The world watches in real time as civilization restructures itself. Offshore accounts drain into food banks. Stolen pension funds flow back to retirees. Cryptocurrency miners automatically redirect their energy to power homeless shelters. But Senator Richardson isn't finished. Leading a team of rogue Secret Service agents through Boston's financial district, he corners them on the Federal Reserve Bank's rooftop. His gun gleams in the setting sun. "End this now," Richardson snarls, "or watch democracy burn in chaos." "Democracy was already burning," Zara replies, the USB drive glowing in her palm. "We're just putting out the fire." Below them, Boston erupts in celebration. LED billboards show wealth redistributing in real time. Homeless camps receive instant funding. Student loans vanish. Medical debt disappears. Zara's phone buzzes with a global referendum. 2 billion people vote in real time. Should the algorithm continue? The results flood in. 87% yes. "The people have spoken," she tells Richardson. That's when Marcus steps behind his father, drawing his FBI service weapon. "Dad, it's over. You're surrounded." "You ungrateful!" Richardson spins toward his son. The gunshot echoes across Boston Harbor. Marcus crumples, blood spreading across his white shirt. He'd thrown himself between the bullet meant for Zara and his father's rage. "Marcus!" Zara drops beside him as FBI helicopters circle the rooftop. "Your father," Marcus whispers, his hand finding the USB drive. "He'd be proud. You saved democracy itself." Agent Williams and her tactical team storm the roof as Senator Richardson drops his weapon. The most powerful man in Washington surrenders to the daughter of a Haitian janitor. But the USB drive pulses one final time. Marcus's blood activates biometric sensors embedded by Jean-Baptiste, a failsafe requiring sacrifice to complete the protocol. "Justice protocol complete," announces every connected device on Earth. "Democracy restored. Power to the people." The algorithm finishes its work. Every corrupt official's communications release publicly. Every stolen dollar returns to its rightful community. Every vote manipulation in history gets exposed and corrected. From the rooftop, Zara sees Boston transformed. Wealth flows like water finding its level. The rich become middle class. The poor become comfortable. The impossible becomes inevitable. Marcus squeezes her hand weakly. "The Baptiste Protocol," he whispers. "That's what they'll call it. Your father's gift to the world." As paramedics work frantically, Zara holds the USB drive to the sky. Below, 3 billion people watch through live streams as she speaks the words that will echo through history. "My father cleaned offices while they planned to rob his community. He died because he believed justice was worth more than life itself. Today, we proved him right." The sun sets over Boston Harbor, painting the water gold. The same harbor where revolutionaries once dumped tea, where immigrants sought freedom, where a delivery driver became a digital revolutionary. Marcus closes his eyes, but his pulse stays steady. Love and justice, it turns out, are stronger than bullets. The algorithm spreads to every nation, making corruption mathematically impossible. A new age of transparency begins. And somewhere in Arlington Cemetery, Jean-Baptiste's grave marker catches the last rays of sunlight. Justice delayed is justice denied, but love served digitally is eternal. 6 months later, the world looks different. Time magazine's cover shows Zara in her delivery uniform, holding her father's USB drive with the headline, "The Woman Who Reset the World." The New York Stock Exchange displays real-time wealth distribution metrics. When anyone's assets exceed ethical limits set by global referendum, the Baptiste Protocol automatically redistributes the excess. Billionaires now compete to solve humanitarian crises instead of hoarding money. Zara testifies before the United Nations as governments worldwide implement algorithmic democracy. Her Harvard dropout story becomes required reading in business schools globally. The delivery uniform hangs in the Smithsonian beside the Constitution. Marcus survived, paralyzed from the waist down but alive. His testimony brought down the remaining conspiracy members. Today, they're getting married in Boston Common, where protesters once gathered to support her revolution. "I can't believe Harvard's valedictorian is marrying a senator's son," Zara teases as she adjusts his wheelchair. "Former senator's son," Marcus corrects, "current ethics professor and full-time justice advocate." The wedding crowd includes FBI agents, former Goldman Sachs colleagues, and delivery drivers from across New England. Agent Williams serves as maid of honor. Jessica Chen designed the digital guest registry that automatically donates wedding gifts to communities affected by algorithmic theft. When Zara speaks her vows, her words broadcast globally. Love isn't about who you thought you married. It's about who you become together when fighting for justice. The ceremony takes place beneath a statue of Jean-Baptiste in his janitor's uniform, holding the USB drive that changed everything. The inscription reads, "Every ending is a beginning, ma chérie. Keep building justice." Harvard Business School announces the Jean-Baptiste Center for Algorithmic Ethics. Every delivery driver studying computer science receives full scholarships funded by redistributed wealth. The global economy operates at 99.7% efficiency, with perfect equality. Crime rates dropped to near zero when poverty became extinct. Mental health improved when survival stress ended. But Zara's greatest victory is personal. She places her father's USB drive, now empty, its data integrated into Earth's operating system, on Jean-Baptiste's grave. "We kept our promise, Papa," she whispers. "The system is finally fair." The device that once held revolutionary algorithms now serves as a simple memorial. But its legacy runs deeper than code. It proved that courage, love, and justice are humanity's most powerful algorithms. As sunset paints Boston Harbor gold, Zara and Marcus watch cargo ships navigate waters where revolutionaries once dumped tea. The city that birthed American democracy witnessed its digital rebirth. Their first dance plays to Stevie Wonder's As, Jean-Baptiste's favorite song, the one he hummed while mopping Goldman Sachs floors late at night. Until the rainbow burns the stars out in the sky. The delivery driver who became a global revolutionary spins in her husband's arms, knowing that somewhere above, her father is finally at peace. Justice served, love triumphant, revolution complete. 5 years later, the Baptiste era has fundamentally altered human civilization. Poverty exists only in history museums. The Baptiste Protocol prevents wealth accumulation beyond ethical limits, making inequality mathematically impossible. Zara stands before the World Economic Forum in Davos, not as a delivery driver, but as the first director of global algorithmic justice. Her TED Talk, From Packages to Protocols, holds the record as the most watched video in internet history, 4.2 billion views and counting. But she's not finished. In the same Boston conference room where she first confronted David Martinez, now converted into the Democracy Innovation Center, Zara announces humanity's next leap. The Baptiste Protocol has eliminated financial inequality, she tells the global audience via hologram. Now we're launching Phase 2, algorithmic solutions for climate change, disease, and interplanetary justice. 4-year-old Jean-Baptiste Richardson, named for his grandfather, plays with holographic algorithms in the corner. Marcus, despite his paralysis, serves as Harvard's youngest ever dean of ethics. Their love story inspired global legislation requiring algorithmic matchmaking to prevent inequality-based relationships. The documentary, Delivery of Justice, swept every award ceremony. Netflix reports it's been watched by literally every human with internet access. Zara's story transcended entertainment. It became humanity's blueprint for transformation. Each year, Boston Harbor hosts the Digital Tea Party, where activists celebrate technological rebellion. This year's theme, From Earth Justice to Galactic Ethics, as humanity prepares for Mars colonization governed by algorithmic fairness. The original USB drive rests in the Louvre beside the Mona Lisa, but its code lives on. Jean-Baptiste's algorithm evolved, preventing war, environmental destruction, and social inequality across all 195 nations. Democracy finally works because algorithms ensure every voice matters equally. At tonight's ceremony, a holographic message from Jean-Baptiste, created using his voice recordings and advanced AI, addresses the Global Justice Assembly. Ma chérie, you built bridges I could only dream of, but the journey continues among the stars. Mount Rushmore gained a 5th face this year, Jean-Baptiste's, representing algorithmic democracy alongside traditional presidents. The inscription reads, "He cleaned offices, his daughter cleaned corruption, their legacy cleaned the world." As Zara's acceptance speech for her 5th consecutive Nobel Peace Prize ends, she holds up a new USB drive. The protocol continues evolving. Phase 2 begins tomorrow. Next stop, ensuring justice among the stars. That night, in their Boston home overlooking the harbor where revolution began, Zara reads to little Jean-Baptiste from his grandfather's journal. Justice delayed is justice denied, but justice served algorithmically is justice eternal. Through their window, Earth gleams from space stations where the Baptiste Protocol ensures every human life has equal value and infinite potential. The delivery driver's revolution reached beyond one planet to touch the cosmos itself. Sometimes, Zara whispers to her son, the most important deliveries aren't packages, they're promises. And Great Papa, we delivered them all. The camera pulls back from their window to show Earth from space, a blue marble where algorithmic justice flows like gravity, invisible but unpresent, ensuring that Jean-Baptiste's dream of equality governs not just Boston Harbor, but the entire human experience. Revolution complete, legacy eternal, justice delivered.